So, Jeremy, rail's time has come.
It has indeed, and no better place to prove that than the recent Focusrite conference in the United States, in Phoenix in Arizona. Basically the US world's travel market, and what happened there was that the day before the main conference there was a travel innovation summit, and Silver Rail was pitching against I think 32 different startups and new opportunities in the travel market, and was selected as the best small company through that particular part of the event, and went on to present to the main conference on the Wednesday and Thursday of last week, and was very pleased, we're all very pleased to have been voted the winner. So effectively the Innovator of the Year award from Focusrite. So Silver Rail, of course, is the parent company of Quno Ltd, and so the functionality that we deliver to customers through Quno is from Silver Rail. So the underlying functionality has been built by Silver Rail. Our next stop is, as you know, we've launched in the UK, and then we're going to be adding content in the near continent, so Eurostar and services through Belgium and Holland, including Thalys, and also including Amtrak for the Northeast Corridor in the United States. So we have that already connected through the Silver Rail systems. What we are focusing on doing is providing services that customers actually want to use, and so that is, for instance, through an online travel agent where at the moment, if you take a journey, for instance, or search a journey from Edinburgh to London on an online travel agent, typically you'll just get the air journeys, you won't get the rail as well. And so what we're doing is enabling that rail mix to be delivered to customers, because customers are now saying that not only for the environmental benefits, but the time value that they get from a high-speed train journey, that they would like to buy rail. And so we're providing that facility to online travel agents and obviously others who sell on to customers, and doing that also direct to customers through Quno. So essentially we are focusing on what the customer requires and building services which deliver that, as opposed to the approach taken traditionally by railways, which is that you build systems and then you work out how to interface those with customers. So we start with the customer.
So are you talking about integration then?
Yes, we do very clever integration with each of the railways' inventory systems, because you obviously have to get the tickets and the times and the restrictions, etc., in order to be able to offer them to customers. But once you've done that, what we offer the online industry is a standard application programming interface, standard API, so that they only have to interface once to us. The worldwide industry is about 300 billion in turnover, and of course the big opportunity at the moment is the building of high-speed lines. So we've seen that across Europe, of course, in the last 20 years, where the number of high-speed lines has increased dramatically, and there'll be, I think, over 9,000 miles of high-speed line in Europe by 2015, and obviously that is growing from there as well. It's not just a case of getting to that point and stopping. And we're seeing dramatic growth in China, and of course, probably most importantly, very significant interest in high-speed lines in the United States. We are going to be able to offer ticketing for most of the high-speed lines, obviously only when we're connected to the underlying railway companies, but that is one channel to market. We, through Silver Rail's API, will be able to connect up those markets with the rest of the online travel industry as well. And that's a very important message, because distribution is the key here. Distribution of the railway's product. So traditionally, the railways sold their tickets only at their own ticket offices. Then when they moved online, typically they sold only at their own online website. And now what we're seeing is distribution widely across retailers, so that customers can easily find the product that they're interested in. So next along will be Eurostar, Belgium, Holland, Thalys and Amtrak. And so you're going to be seeing some country and language flags coming up during 2011 when we get those fully operational.
And after that?
After that, it's a case of progressing in the European sense across Europe, down to Spain, across to Italy, through Central Europe and into Scandinavia. And then we will also progress elsewhere in the world, but at this point we're focusing on doing what we do well in Europe and then progressing from there. I think one of the challenges with transport nowadays is the uncertainty of delays and journey length with air transport, and also, if you like, in a sort of more micro sense, the whole question of future of car transport. And in the middle there, in that sense, is rail. And it's sort of it's getting attraction from both ends. So it's getting attraction from people who are saying, well, I don't really want to spend hours stuck in a motorway queue, so I'll take the train. And people who are saying, actually, there's an alternative to air, and maybe I don't want to take that air journey, either for environmental reasons or just for simple ease of use reasons, and therefore take the train instead. And so, in that sense, the implementation of high-speed rail, which makes rail even more attractive, has come at the right point to attract people from those other modes. I mean, essentially, it comes down to the fuel that's used for those modes of transport. And so when you've got an electrified railway, then as everybody's moving towards sustainable electricity generation, that becomes the best mode of transport from environmental sustainability point of view.
And pricing?
Pricing, I think, is an interesting one. It is, of course, related to demand in most countries, but the key opportunity with a higher speed railway, of course, is that you can actually take more people, and therefore you can manage demand so that the pricing is attractive to customers. I think that is the key, to make sure that you get that right balance between demand and pricing.
Well, it's a very exciting start, and it looks like a very exciting future.
I think it's a fantastic time to be involved in rail, and what we want to do is to share that passion with our customers, to provide solutions that customers are looking for, and to make it really easy for them to choose rail.
Thanks very much indeed, Jeremy.
Thank you.